Good morning. Task Force Blue by Richard Marcinko. John Weisman, one of the books we're going to talk about this morning on Coffee with Alain. Thank you for joining me. Like many Saturdays, I have my book mug because I enjoy reading. I hope you enjoy reading. I hope by sharing a book or two or three, I can motivate you to read more. Whether it's the books I read or it's just something completely different that you enjoy, that you want to learn, doesn't matter. Just want people to read and enjoy reading and learn from reading. And if these books can inspire you or give you something new to put on your list, fantastic. So this morning, the first book we're going to talk about, Rogue Warrior, Task Force Blue, Richard Marcinko. These are fun, quick reads. The first Rogue Warrior was more the autobiography. Then he started writing novels. But he writes the novels in first person. He uses real things, and sometimes it's hard to see where he's blurring the lines and what's fiction and what's not. And they're lighthearted. There's lots of cussing, lots of killing. If you don't like cussing and killing, you wouldn't like these. If you like cussing and killing and military action, they're fun, quick, enjoyable reads. I enjoy them just as something light. And it's funny because there's stuff in here where he'll read and he'll say something. It's like, remember, I talked about that in Red Cell. You didn't read Red Cell? Go buy it. It's still available. And so he puts little things like that in there that are just sort of funny. And it makes it seem like it's legit that you and Richard Marcinko are sitting there talking and he's telling the story to you. So these are fun. This was the third novel because it went, or third novel, because it went Rogue Warrior. That was the original autobiography. Then the first novel was Red Cell. Then he had Green Team. Then Task Force Blue. And the next one is Designation Gold, which I'm reading right now. So these are just fun, good books. The other one I was going to share today, something I just recently read. It was on the shelf, and as you know, I'm reading books and donating and trading books off and downsizing my library. This is one I wanted to just read, and then, I'm going to donate it or trade it off. Complete Book of Men's Health. I don't care if you read this book, but I think everyone should be reading about health and fitness and things to make you better and live longer and a better, healthier life. I remember Jim Rohn years ago saying, you need to read a book or two about health. Don't just read one, read a couple and take the best things that are going to help you be healthy and live. And he said that about other things too. You don't just read books about positive things. You got to read some bad things too, so you can find what the difference is and be better educated for the world. You don't just read a book about Gandhi. You read a book about Gandhi and a book about Hitler, so you can see how high a person can go and you can see how low a person can go. That was a lesson Jim Rohn said years and years ago, and Jim Rohn influenced me a lot. One of the reasons I read so much, even though I grew up reading, I remember Jim Rohn that one time saying, if you're not reading a couple books a week, in 10 years, you'll be 10,000 books behind. Or 1,000 books behind. 10 years, yeah. Because I want to, boy, let me drink some more coffee. My math skills are off this morning. The quote was, if you're not reading 2 books a week, in 10 years, you'll be 1,000 books behind. And that's why I read a minimum of 100 books a year. Usually I'll far surpass that. I will surpass 150 books this year. And some of those books are small. I keep track of them on Goodreads, and I got an email the other day from Goodreads showing books saying the shortest book you read this year was 24 pages. The longest book you read this year was 1,000 and something pages. Your average was around 300 pages per book. I read a lot. Don't expect you to read that much, but read. And read good stuff, read bad stuff, learn about good and bad things where you can then make yourself the best. And books about health, books about fitness, things that can help you be better should be on the list of things that you study and read about, just to make yourself better, to make yourself healthy. Learn some ways that you can improve on yourself. So those are today's books. Men's Health, Task Force Blue, fun, just quick, easy novel with lots of cussing and killing. Men's Health, a book to share some things to help you live more healthy and happy. One other thing you ought to be reading every week, that newsletter goes out on Sundays. Sign up at enjoylifesafely.com. If you haven't yet, you'll be getting that. That's something to put on your list to read to help make your life better. So help you stay safe, enjoy life, be exceptional. And the last thing I wanted to say today is go Grizz. Grizz are playing against North Dakota State this afternoon here in Missoula. And just want to wish that team a hearty go get them and kick some butt and make it to the finals. With that, everybody, make it a spectacular Saturday. And right before I leave, I am going to say good morning to Dixon. Almost missed his comment. Having myself a sensational bookless Saturday. Thank you, Dixon. So we're having a book list, not book less, book list sensational Saturday. Everybody, will see you tomorrow. We'll be talking a little bit about the new Godzilla movie. So you better tune in for that.